Hello, I am Ankur Yadav, and today we will explore the trade challenges facing the Indian economy in a new Trump era of reciprocal tariffs. With the renewed focus on protectionist measure and tariff equalization, the global trade landscape is shifting, and India is at critical juncture. India's trade relationship with the United States it's substantial. In 2024, US goods export to India stood at approximately $41.8 billion, while India export to US reached about $87.4 billion. This result is a significant US trade deficit of around $45.7 billion. Despite a robust overall bilateral trade recorded at $157 billion in 2021 and rising to nearly $190 billion in 2023. The persistent trade imbalance remains a key point of contention. Such imbalances measured through terms like the balance of payments and relative effective exchange rate, creating the conditions under which reciprocal tariffs are likely to be imposed. Reciprocal tariffs are designed to match or counteract the tariffs that trading partners impose on one another. The new Trump administration emphasis on these measures aims to level the playing field. However, for India, this approach could trigger several adverse effects like increasing export cost. Tariff will raise the export cost of Indian exports, particularly in labor intensive and price sensitive sectors such as textile, pharmaceutical, and automotive components. Projections indicate that these reciprocal measures could cost India an estimated $7 billion in lost export revenue annually. Supply chain disruptions like higher tariffs create uncertainty, forcing companies to reconfigure their supply chain and potentially increase production cost. This can disrupt economies of scale and lead to higher prices in the domestic market. Retaliatory dynamics. The tit for tat nature of reciprocal tariffs might escalate into a full blown trade war. Historical precedents such as Smoot Hawley Tariff Act remind us that aggressive tariff imposition can lead to a global trade contractions and economic downturns. Like if we break some key Indian sectors like pharmaceuticals, Indian generic drug which are cornerstone of our export could lose their price competitiveness with a current export value of around $7.55 billion. Even a 10% tariff increase could erode a significant portion of that advantage. Like there are automotive components and machinery. This sector critical for both export revenue and domestic employment faces potential tariff hikes that could reduce demand from US automakers and manufacturers. Such sector vulnerabilities highlights the risk of disproportionate impact across different industries. Like India could respond in some ways like diversification, expanding trade partnership beyond the US by strengthening ties with the European Union, ASEAN, and African market can reduce over reliance on any single trading partner. We have to implement some policy reforms like implementing targeted anti-dumping measures and countervailing duties can help shield domestic industry while negotiating the tariff concessions. Competitiveness and innovation need to be valued like modernizing infrastructure, enhancing R&D, and boosting digital connectivity will impose the competitiveness of Indian export and mitigate supply chain disruption. In conclusion, while the renewed Trump era focus on reciprocal tariffs poses significant risk ranging from increased export cost and supply chain disruption to the specter of trade war. India can turn these challenges into opportunities by diversifying its market, reforming the policies, and investing in innovation. We can safeguard our economic growth and ensure a resilient future. Thank you for watching and looking forward on your thoughts on this evolving global trade market. Thank you.